last Wednesday of the month, so you know what time it is. It's time for you to go ahead and enter into the man cave. Real quick, what play we gonna run?
You do look like a coach, though, man. You do look like a coach.
But Deion Sanders is not making $93 million.
You don't never dip your pen in the company ink.
I'm glad you said pen. I thought that was going a different way.
No,
I didn't know where that was about to go.
Well, you can clip this. If I gave you $168 million, I want to know what type of fabric software you're using on your initiatives. You know what I'm saying?
If he could be described in 3 words, he's so horny at that moment. Yeah, I said that. That's going in the highlight tape. I know it is. You know, after that.
Oh no, you know what I'm saying?
You just ahead because once we get on Patreon, we're gonna have that platinum tier for the platform sports talk show. You know what I'm saying?
We need some platinum sponsors. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying?
Messy.
Man,
Neil Long. Friday, Neil Long.
Fresh Prince Neil Long.
the best man. Me alone, man.
Well, anyway, it was a good run while it lasted. So
then they were exactly who we thought they is.
And that's why we say we look at the guys that are in our OTE arena is who are you?
Crazy story. The first time I touched a basketball court, I cried. I didn't want to go. They forced me to go. They put me in the van.
It's a give back to allow the young people to experience the game, to learn the fundamentals the right way.
All right, so it's the Man Cave coming to you live from the Platinum Sportstalk Network. My bad, Smooth. I won't mess it up no more. I got you, man. I got you. All right, you know what?
It's the platinum show, man. It's a platinum
Yeah, the show is platinum. That's why I keep saying it. It's so.
Oh, hello. Howdy, hey. What do you say? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is the last Wednesday of the month. You know what that means. It is time for another week of the Platform Sports Talk Show, but a little different, because this time it's just the fellas. I want to welcome you into the man cave. My name is Stanton. I'm your host for the evening. If you've been here before, we thank you for coming back. If you are new to us, we thank you for tuning in. Either way, you're here, and we got a good conversation for you all this evening. We about to be here for a couple hours, and then we out your hair. But while we're here, we're going to keep you laughing. We're going to have you informed. And you're going to hear some wild takes from myself and these other brothers that I'm about to bring on. So I'm going to bring them on in. First up, we got the OG. He was here before me. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your love for the real estate DJ. Give it up for Sadal.
Sadal the Selector, the real estate DJ.
Yeah,
right
man.
here in the man cave.
Hey, I like your shirt, man.
Oh, this whole thing? Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty
you know,
snazzy.
It's something that was real clean. I had to sport it.
Because we just grabbing the first clean thing and we out the door. But look, I'm gonna keep bringing these people on, man. Coming up next, we've got our resident wrestling almanac. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your love for T-Bone Funk.
What's up, everybody?
What it do?
Oh, y'all got them, man. Those shirts there. I mean, is that? Man, maybe we should make it where the people out there can get some merch, and get some. Maybe we can get some royalties off of you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Yeah, little money ain't never hurting nobody.
That's
Hey,
I don't think that's true. Actually, some money has hurt a lot of people.
you right. We've talked about it even on this very show. Anywho, we're gonna bring in the fourth and final member of this panel. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the blackest man in radio and the blackest man on this podcast. Y'all give it up for sometimes wannabe defender fan.
He defends the defenders?
Sometimes when he wants to. Only when they win. Never when they lose. We're going to talk about that too. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Craig Black.
What's up,
Black
gentlemen?
Attack is in the building. What's up?
What's up, fellas? Y'all looking kind of spiffy with them shirts on. I like that. Did somebody say defenders? Wow.
No, we said pretenders.
Oh,
that's what we
wow.
said. See, you're hearing things.
Can you say caw? Okay. All right. Oh wow. Okay. Well, I don't know. Cacaw's calling.
Oh man! Did somebody?
The caw is calling.
Stanton has to step into his open mic host bag. Ladies and gentlemen, if we could take our cell phones and please slide them from pimp to play. I'm talking cell phones, tablets, laptops, all of the above.
Wish we could figure out how to unlink these phones from these computers here.
Oh man, T-Bone just told on himself. Gee, dang, I didn't know who it was. We were all in the dark. You are just shining a flashlight on yourself.
He's connected, baby. He's connected.
He is connected. He ain't missing no call.
If there's one thing that won't happen, I will not lie.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? So understand, as you see his phone rings on his phone, probably has an Apple Watch, so on his watch. No Apple Watch? Okay.
I got the iPad, the MacBook, and the phone. So
all right, so you see it rings on 3 devices. If he does not answer, that is intentional. No, let me stop before I get somebody in trouble. Oh man. Fellas, what's the word? Matter of fact, hold on. T-Bone, let them know what they need to know.
Oh, well, for the people who are watching or listening and want to find out how you can keep doing so, it's not like you're already watching, but hey, for those, if you want to spread the word, maybe you're watching on YouTube, huh? YouTube's good, right? We like YouTube out there. For those of y'all that are watching on YouTube, hey, we really appreciate if y'all go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell, and that way you will be notified when we go live and all that. But listen,
messing up the slogan.
Well, I'm just saying, I can't see the graphics. Normally I got visual cues. You know what I mean? Like, I see y'all faces. Y'all ain't telling me. Look, which one of y'all is Roku? Huh? Is it you, Sadal? Are you the Roku? Huh? Craig Black? What are you? Instagram? Facebook? Twitter? Huh? Stanton?
Huh?
I know what you are.
I'm Vine. I'm a classic, baby. I may be gone, but I'm never forgotten.
Nah, you look like Hot 365, where it's always hot out there. You know what I mean? Be able to catch us on twitch.tv/hot365. Be able to catch the show, all the shows. That's right, all 3 of the shows. That's right. Right now, you're watching the Man Cave. Next week is the first Wednesday of the month, but unfortunately, gotta let everybody know next week will be preempted because there's, we gotta take vacations every now and then. Gotta get a little break, get some, recharge and refresh and all that stuff. But we'll be back in 2 weeks with the regular platform sports talk show. Not Craig, not the platinum sports talk show, the platform sports talk show.
We platinum, baby. What you talk about? Platinum sponsors. Look at them t-shirts, baby. Come on now. That merch ain't for free. We platinum up in here, man.
Yeah! Because I definitely just popped my collar like it's 2004, didn't I? Oh, man.
So look, I think that we covered most of it. And hey, we want to hear from y'all. Who do y'all want to see? Who do y'all want to hear from? Who do y'all want to see? Get us on the show. And if you know somebody, let us know. Let them know that we're looking for them. You know what I mean?
Let them know to let us know that we all know they want to be on the show.
That's right.
Part of that wasn't even intentional.
Let's see. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Roku. I got them all. Okay, we're good. I got them all. I just had to.
And Hot 365, which I didn't think I saw it on the
wasn't on there,
ticker.
Muscle memory. Okay.
Muscle memory, baby. Speaking of which, I just realized I'm up here looking like, man, Buzz Lightyear with the purple and the green. Looking like, what else? The Incredible Hulk. Jeez.
Oh, hell no!
Nope. Green Goblin. That's the one. Because in the comic books, he had waves, and it's waves under here.
That's what
Might
it is.
be the same Widow's Peak too. I need a haircut, something ridiculous. I threw this on the last minute. I was like, nah, this ain't doing it. But we ain't here to talk about that, man. It's been a crazy month in sports. A lot of people won. A lot of people lost. A lot of people got hired. More people got fired. So what's the word, fellas? What we talking about? Craig, you want to talk about your upset loss, or we gonna save that for later?
What was the upset? Who lost? Who got lost by the upset? What are you talking about, sir? What are you mentioning right now? Who was the upset? Did somebody?
Oh, we just losing memories right now, huh?
Did somebody lose?
We losing memories.
So
amongst other things.
Hold up.
I feel like after
somebody,
all the community.
So a team actually lost.
A little close to the brain.
What I'm trying to figure out was the St. Louis team playing? No, that wasn't happening. That wasn't happening. Was the team that had the best attendance in this whole real football league? Did that team play?
I know a team that had the best record.
No,
that was supposed to win.
I do know. They only lost. I know. They only lost one.
I know one thing.
That y'all lost.
Had
more
we
than one
won, I wouldn't even got an update, man. I tell you, that's one thing about these guys. Every game that we won, I didn't hear from these dudes one time.
I told
St. Louis family, I need to listen to me and look into this camera. They didn't tell me not one. They didn't call me. I didn't hear nothing from them. Nobody said a thing to me when we won. But as soon as we lose, my phone is blowing up. I'm like, what? Come on, what type of friends, what type of co-hosts, what type of co-workers do I got? Come on, give me a notification outside of the laws. Come on, can't you just, I guess
You didn't
ain't
want
got
real
to
quick,
lie,
I
Chris.
guess we
You
only
ain't
harm
got
on
to
the
lie.
negative.
Sadal,
I guess we only harm on the negative.
You
here.
want to say why? Or do you want me to do it?
The
Because I can say
negative
why.
nannies.
I can say
The
why
negative-
he didn't know. I
Oh,
can
the
say
Craig,
negative-
why he
you
really
do
didn't know.
realize this show is on video, right? You
The
do realize
negative
that video of
Nellies.
We record these things.
we
Like
do have footage.
if my memory serves me correctly, I believe this same man who said we didn't give him notifications, he too didn't have his notifications turned on. He didn't even know this was a real football league.
Get connected,
I
Craig.
believe that's what he said.
Oh yeah, that's what he said.
And being in the profession that he is, y'all don't talk about the sports on that. Y'all don't. You don't. You,
No,
Mr. Black, don't bring up a little
we
sport
talk about the
highlights every now and then.
NFL because we're privileged to have an NFL team in this.
Are you? Y'all can't get a name. What's keeping y'all?
Hey, let
from
me ask
not
this
having a
question.
city?
Hey,
What's in
T-Bone.
the name?
Hey, T-Bone, let me ask this question.
Craig,
What's in the name?
Is there a professional football team in the NFL in San Francisco?
No, actually, it's in Santa Clara.
Well, okay. Is it called the San Francisco 49ers? Is it called the 49ers?
You thought you had a friend, Craig.
Craig said, like, I got him in.
I guess I don't because
Yeah,
he's from St. Louis and he likes the Santa Clara 49ers, I guess. He don't even like the real football team, the San Francisco 49ers. I guess
I'm
that's
just
who
saying,
he is.
You asked me
Come on,
a
man.
question. What did
Come
I
on,
just
man.
say? What
He
did I just
answered
say?
with
You messed up?
logistics on his
Come
side.
on, man.
He did not give
You
an
are-
opinion. He gave
I just said
factual
I'm not gonna lie.
information.
T-Bone's new name is T-Bone the Terrible. T-Bone
I
the Terrible.
did
You are Terry Bull.
He
Did
did
I not
just
just
give
say-
what was
He
the honest
The man
thing,
lives in
and
St.
I'm still
Louis.
alive.
He's a San Francisco fan, and he still sides with St. Louis fans. I'm so lost with this man. It. You know what? You're that.
Say it again, Sadal. Say it again.
You are that LeBron James fan that follows him from Miami to Cleveland, back to Miami to LA. Yes, you are that type of fan. That's who you are. That's who you are. That's how low you are right now, Mr. Terrible.
I like how you reflecting this argument over to me.
Like being a fan of
You asked me a point blank question. Does San Francisco have a football team? I said,
Terrible T-Bone. Terrible
T-Bone.
T-Bone.
Santa Clara.
all because he answered a question.
Honestly.
with logistically
He
backed
just said he's
information.
honest. He just said he's an
He
honest.
just gave you the
Didn't he
honest
just say
age.
that?
You remember we learned that I cannot tell a
And
lie.
that is a lie. He is not honest. You know that's a lie off the top.
Wow.
Oh, man.
That sounds like slander.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is.
Oh.
So you better look at the headline.
I will not lie. I will slander you. Yes, I will not lie.
Yeah. Read that headline twice. He got a whole school behind him. Lord, they'll take you to court for a training exercise for extra credit.
Right next door to the courthouse. Okay.
In Santa Clara. But go ahead.
Oh man. So anybody got anything they want to talk about? Because before I even logged on today,
Did you say what do you want to talk about?
We got to talk about these NBA playoffs first, don't we?
Yes, because we're gonna start and finish the story in less than a year.
Boy, let me tell you, there's not a lot of things that annoy me these days. Okay, that was a lie. That was a lie. There's a lot of things that annoy me, but look, I watched the little wrestling over the weekend. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. That's probably my focal point. I mean, there's a few other things, but this Cody Rhodes guy, it's not as a character. It's not my kind of guy. This guy gets his arm broken because of his own actions on Monday, and then on Saturday on the pay-per-view, he goes out there and he wrestles this match against Brock Lesnar with a cast on his arm. And he already had it out to lose, right? His arm is broken. He's facing a guy who breaks arms. He has it out to lose. They can't even just let him lose.
Can you enlighten us that don't know how he broke his arm? How did he break his arm on his own?
Well,
What did he do?
Cake party gone wrong.
The whole thing last week. Went through last week, but that's all right, Craig. I'll bring you up to speed.
Yeah, help me out.
On Monday Night Raw, last week on Monday Night Raw, Cody Rhodes, as the show was coming on the air, was just walking backstage, and he was attacked by Brock Lesnar, who eventually put his arm on one of those garage doors and took a beer keg and smashed it on his arm, which was the initial injury. Brock Lesnar comes out later on in the show and says, well, Cody's not going to be able to make it, so I'm going to issue an open challenge to the roster to face me at Night of Champions. Cody Rhodes comes out with a sling on, and I'm not talking TV, came out with a sling on his arm and gets in the ring, takes the sling off, and charges at Brock Lesnar. What do you think proceeded to happen?
Beat his ass.
That's right, and put him
in the words of LaMelo Ball on Monday Night Raw. He beat it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So Brock puts him in the Kimura lock and brings his arm back, and brings that arm back again. And now they're saying Cody has a broken arm, and he's refusing medical attention. And then he begs Triple H at the end of the show, please don't kick me out of this match. Please let me fight him. And Triple H is basically like, bro, your arm is broken. Like, and then he hits Triple H with the what would you do? To which, let him go ahead and wrestle. Okay. So he gets in the match. He has the cast on that's supposed to be titanium. So, he's supposed to be protected. And then he's, actually using it as a weapon against Brock in the match. And then, Brock puts him in the Kimura for like 5 minutes, and Cody somehow doesn't tap out and he gets out of it. And then eventually he puts it in him again and he passes out. And I'm going to tell you, I know why they did this. They want Cody Rhodes to be Dusty Rhodes. But unfortunately, they chose Dusty Rhodes of 1988 instead of 1985. What should have happened should have been Cody goes out to the match. He tries to wrestle. He tries his best. And Brock is he puts him in the Kimura lock. And, Cody can't get out of it. Maybe he doesn't want to quit. But you know what? They should have had the referee stop the match. And Cody could have been like Dusty when...
So he didn't break his arm on his own. It was scripted for him to get a broken arm with that keg.
Yes.
Is that
you don't
correct?
say that word.
Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm sorry. The storyline.
The story of the match
was for him to break his arm. So he didn't really break his arm. That's what you're saying to me. It didn't really break. Was it
for the purposes of what you're watching on the TV? His arm was broken.
Okay. All right.
But the thing here is
shattered.
they should have had the referee stop the match. When the referee stopped the match, they should have had Cody grabbing his arm, and he should have been jumping up like he's in the middle of a bad dream, screaming no to the referee, like, no, how could you? No. And it's clear Cody could have been out of this, right? Cody wasn't going to be able to continue, it's clear. But he could have at least had it out of the referee stopped the match and didn't give him the chance to do what he needed to do. And they could have explained it on Monday and said that, the referee was given orders by Triple H to not let this get out of hand. And then, Triple H gives him a pep talk and, they have their third match at SummerSlam. But yeah, there's that. There's also the fact that 2 black women went into the weekend with titles.
Nope, I don't want to talk about it. I'm still healing. Nope. Mm-mm.
So Bianca lost her belt?
2 black women went in with belts, and then 2 black women left without belts.
Ain't that who's the other one on AW? What's her name?
Jade Cargill.
Yes, Cargill.
Not only did Jade Cargill lose her belt,
she's just okay looking. She's not that hot.
They had Jade Cargill come out with her full AKA gear, strolling to the ring, with her line sisters, just out there, just in all her AKA glory. She wins her match, and then she issues an open challenge and loses in like 2 minutes.
Didn't even have the championship for a full 24 hours with her 60-0 record. Lost it.
Just.
Who beat her? Who beat Cargill?
I don't know.
Well,
does it matter?
Who beat St. Clair? I mean, Bianca then.
Oscar.
who should have won.
Oh, okay. Is that the second time? Didn't they fight at
They fought at
WrestleMania?
Mania, and she lost there.
Yeah, Oscar should have won WrestleMania, but maybe they're keeping
I mean, she had the belt for almost a year?
over
2 years? Over a year? I mean, it was.
Yeah. So that was it for me. Oh, by the way, real quick, I know I'm going long here, but a quick shout out here and congratulations. Dan Carr was one of the people who was a trainer at the wrestling school when I was there. For those of y'all who don't know who Dan Carr is the guy who created the American Gladiators, and there is a 30 for 30 going on about American Gladiators. Part 1 was last night, part 2 is tonight, and just always like to see people who are influential in my growth as a person, who taught me to be strongest the longest. So good for them throwing some recognition his way. I'm glad.
Didn't know you were in wrestling school. That's something I just learned about you, terrible T-Bone. That's all.
Wait, now, wait a minute.
I just hopped over the guardrail one day and was like, I'm in it.
You think he Santino Morella this thing?
I didn't know that. Okay.
How do you think I got in it?
All right. I thought you was just a promoter. I didn't know you was actually in the ring. I thought you was for the love of the game.
Okay. Go watch the shows.
You gotta pull up YouTube. And
you gotta
type
pull
in
up
T-Bone Funk.
archive.
What was your name? What was your wrestling name?
T-Bone Funk.
T-Bone Funk.
T-Bone Funk. That was the wrestling name. Okay.
Did you think my mama named me T-Bone?
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna name T-Bone. I'm
gonna call him T-Bone. Oh man, but yes, go look it up, Craig. And while you looking it up, Sadar, what's the word, man?
Well, I think we're gonna get into a little bit into this later on in the show, but the Cardinals GM, he gets on an interview and he says, "Hey, what's your plan?" They ask him, "What's your plan during the rest of the season? You got some issues here with your roster. What are you going to do? Are you going to be buyers or sellers?" He goes, "Oh, we're buyers. We're buyers. We're in it. We're in it for the long haul. We're in it to win it."
What we buying? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I had to laugh out loud, man, because this guy, for the past few years, fails to improve the pitching staff, fails to do a lot of different things that he needs to do as a GM, whiffs on a number of free agents, and we're in this to win. And win what? Win what? We're struggling. As they're struggling. And he all of a sudden, we're in this. Yeah, okay. All right. I tell you what, they're in it just enough to sell out so many seats, get into the playoffs, and get swept in the first round. That's what they're in it for. Because at this point, they're not in it.
Get some help.
No, he needs to get some help and get some players in here that can win some games, man.
That's what he played it for. He played it for the GM, not you.
These drops from the producer.
He's on your side.
Really
the
funny.
producer is on your side.
The producer's funny, boy.
What are we buying? What are we buying? Are we buying new supplies for concessions? We bought in with Shaq. They got a big chicken in there now. Like, what are we buying? Cars to sell? Extra seats to not sell?
They're buying new promotional
flashy
items
lights that we don't use.
Yeah, they're just like they're not getting any players. They're not buying any rosters moves. That's not what they're doing.
So you called it. It's the promotional items. It's the millions of jerseys, the 500,000 bobbleheads and other things, keychains, whatever else. Hey, Miss Dub, what it do? She said, "Hey, fellas," or "Hello, gentlemen." Excuse me. She put some distinguishment on it. I shall read it as such. Furthermore, I feel like you just got to throw that word in because it felt bougie. All right. Craig, did you do your research? Did you find some T-Bone Funk highlights? The answer is no.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I
Yes,
thought only when I put in Funk, I got Dory Funk and the Funk, whatever the mother Funk brothers. I guess he's the adopted child of Dory and all them other Funks.
That's
Terry
crazy.
Funk. Yeah, there you go. All them other Funks.
How about T-Bone
Them
Funk?
motherfuckers, huh? You got to put the T-Bone. T-Bone.
That's crazy. I did not know that, T-Bone. That's some good stuff. So how long were you in the ring, man? Can I ask that question? How long was you in the ring?
Doing shows from 2010 to 2015.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Why'd you retire 5 years in?
Crohn's disease.
Okay.
Derailed the career, man.
Okay. Damn. Now I wish you would have lied to me, but let's keep it going. Let's go to the next topic. I don't want to talk. I don't want to.
You can't tell
it's
lie.
on you. It's on you, Craig. What's on
It's
your
on
mind?
you.
Ooh, Lord.
What's the word?
What? The word is T-Bone just messed me up telling me Crohn's disease. That's the word. Goddamn. You got to get too serious with me, man.
It was serious. That was
I bet it was.
It got too serious.
God damn. Well, I guess my only word is I want to talk. I don't want to get into it. My word is about the NBA. So let's go to the next topic. That's my word. Let's talk NBA.
Man, let's get into it.
Let's get to it, man.
Because who?
Man.
Who at the beginning of this season would have predicted this NBA Finals right here? Not even because of it's the two teams that are in it, but it's because of the four teams that had a chance to, and the two that made it, the two that survived. We had the quest for 18 in 2023. People thought it was going to be the Lakers versus the Celtics, but then the Lakers did that one thing called got swept. And then the Celtics did that one thing called come back for nothing. Well, I can't even say for nothing. We'll get into that soon. Just the overall playoffs as we get ready to head into the end. Craig, did you see it ending like this or even going the way that it went?
No, I must say that these Los Angeles Lakers they impressed me. I mean, they showed up when it was time to show up. They got the chemistry together with all the new pieces, and they balled out. They made, there's no. I'm gonna be 100 with y'all. I don't like LeBron James fans just because what I said. I was joking about T-Bone. I don't like the fans because they run from every team to what LeBron plays. But LeBron is an exceptional player. But I just can't stand their fans. It's like how I feel about the Dallas Cowboy fans. Just can't stand them people. But nevertheless, the way that chemistry came together and the way LeBron stepped up and those role players on that squad stepped up and what they did to make that run. And I just thought the Lakers were phenomenal. I'm not going to lie. LeBron he played bully ball. He played the type of basketball he was supposed to play. And he led his team. He did his thing. But ultimately, they ran into, which I would think the team that's going to win the NBA finals is the Denver Nuggets, and I just think they just got too much. They got too much of everything on that squad. But that's my whole opinion.
Real quick, Sadal, do you remember back when we used to do the NBA standings, and every time we got to Denver Nuggets, I always used to say they digging for gold, but they can't find it. They are 4 wins away from finding that gold. But just overall, what do you have to say about these 2023 NBA playoffs?
First of all, man, look at the Heat. Look what they did, man. They were on the verge of getting knocked out in the play-in tournament. They lost the first game. They got in the play-in tournament. The first round, they're playing the Nets. They play in Brooklyn. And they win what? Three? They win 3 games to 1? Or did they sweep them?
We gonna fix that. I believe that
they actually played the Bucks.
Yeah, they played the Bucks. They played the Bucks.
They played the Bucks first. I thought that's
okay.
What it was.
Yeah, 76ers had the Nets. They played the Bucks and got out of like you said, got out of there clean and quick to
Well,
everyone's surprise.
nevertheless, they're playing a top tier team.
Yeah,
They're playing a top tier team. They beat the Bucks.
Yes.
They beat the Knicks, who were kind of surprising, at least casual fans. And then they go all the way to play one of the top teams in the league. The Celtics made the finals the year before, and so
didn't they beat the Heat to do it?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they beat the Heat.
Yes,
They sure did. So it's kind of like revenge. So they go in, you thinking they're gonna lose again? No. They go up 3-0. Then here comes the Celtics. You're thinking, oh man, they're gonna make history. I mean, they get the calls. There's some controversial stuff that happened during that series.
Controversy.
And they just about pulled it off.
Can I say?
It
wasn't the Celtics that did that. The NBA did that because of the money. That was that whole comeback. Come on now, man.
If the NBA wanted the money, we'd be saying the Lakers doing the same thing.
That was the NBA.
The quest for
that was a money grab for the NBA to get that series to 7 games.
If it was a money grab, like you said, the Lakers would have. It would have been the Lakers Celtics, just like the 80s.
The most entertaining team was the team you just talked about. The whole playoffs was those Miami Heat. To extend that series, to create that drama, the NBA did what they did. At the end of that last game, when no hairline dude, what's his name, White, the dude that they the headband dude, whatever that.
Leave Derek White alone. All right,
Derek, the headless line. That dude, that tip in, man. It was 2.1 seconds, and then miraculously, when they inbound the ball, it's up to 3 seconds. Come on, man.
That was crazy. I don't know how that.
How did the Heat come from being for 3 straight games just played terrible? They came back for 2 games and 3 quarters just to play terrible. Because in that last game before he tipped it in, they played actually phenomenal in that 4th quarter. But it's like, how do you switch it off that bad? I mean, it was just. I see the NBA. It was a money grab, some type of grab, ratings grab, money grab. I don't know.
The Celtics would have got away with it if it wasn't for Jason Tatum turning his ankle in the 1st quarter.
Yeah. Man, 1st quarter, first possession.
Yes.
Yeah. But no, I don't think it would have mattered because they went like 0 for 10 from 3 out the gate. That was terrible shooting. Come on, think about it.
Well, they had to make up for their star getting hurt. And so I think they were pressing.
Like they were in desperation mode.
But when the role players can't hit them shots, it's a long 0 for 10 in the first. Come on now, Jalen Brown being one of those role players wasn't doing
the type of player that pushes the ball down the court. And you don't have that. He's drawing the fouls and everything, and getting to the line and building up those fouls on the other team. But you won't have that after he gets hurt.
But when you look at shot for shot on them first 10 shots, most of them were open looks. They weren't contested shots. They just missed. They were just shooting bricks.
If that wasn't the game plan, though, when the star gets hurt, that throws everybody.
Rewire.
Now they trying to let me go ahead and do what that wasn't what they were prepared for.
Yeah,
that wasn't the game plan.
I feel like they should have had it set for a designated. All right, when this person goes down, you're the next man up. Everybody saw that when Tatum went down. Okay, I'm the next man up. I got to try to fill the void. You got everybody trying to be the star, but nobody want to be the role player. Too many Jordans, not enough Pippins. Maybe that's not a good thing to say right now.
Not right now. Not right now.
Okay.
No.
I will say
Scottie Pippen is right now. He is the reigning player haters ball champion.
I mean, he got reason. He done lost to 2 generations of Jordan. I'd be salty too. I'd be more salty than loud.
Oh man. Man, leave Scotty alone, man. Stop it, man.
Oh, that was ice cold, man. That was ice cold.
Nah. This how you know he was hurt. He used to ride.
Come on, man.
Not two generations of Jordan.
Look, he used to be Jordan's ball boy, right? Then
That
all
hurt.
of a sudden,
That hurt, man. That
then
can't
all of
be.
a sudden, he get his feelings hurt. Now he want to be LeBron's ball boy. When he used to talk so much ish about LeBron, y'all remember he was probably the captain of the He-Man LeBron Haters Club, and now he want to be like LeBron will be the greatest statistical basketball player to ever play the game.
Hey, you sound just like that, man.
It ain't that hard. You just gotta deepen your voice and talk real slow.
That's terrible, man. That's terrible, man.
Man, somebody brought up the clip when Pippen was wearing Jordan shoes when Jordan retired the first time. But you want to say Jordan ain't going? You put money in that man's pockets. Shut up, T-Bone. These finals, these playoffs, these crazy NBA postseason games. What you got to say about them?
Well, if you were watching last week on the Platform Sports Talk show, and you were actually on the show last week, I said, hey, this is going to go the whole way through. And the problem that each of these teams are going to have is that they're going to beat each other up, and then they're going to face the Nuggets in the finals. And I said, hey, look, the Nuggets are going to take this because this was going to go 7 games. I believe we have the clip. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have the clip. But I definitely said it. You don't need the clip. What you need to do is you need to go ahead and go to YouTube and, check last week's episode and find out where that was, because it's definitely there.
I should have sent our producer a picture of Scottie Pippen if I knew I was going to talk about that, because now I'm just going to randomly say, make sure you subscribe to the Platform Sports Talk show on YouTube and all of their social media platforms. But okay, real quick. Craig, you mentioned LeBron and the Lakers. Sadal, you mentioned the Miami Heat. Now, in both of these conference finals, we saw 2 things happen. We saw one team get cleanly swept, and we saw another team fight all the way to the end just to fall short. So, fellas, I want to know, would you rather get swept like the Lakers or lose in a full 7-game series like the Celtics? Sadal, what do you say?
I want to go down fighting, man. I want to go 7 games. If I can push you to 7 games, hey, and you beat me, you can say, hey, the best man won. But to get swept, I mean, you worked all that time, you get all that way to get swept. Nah, I'm like Denzel. I'm leaving with something. I gotta go 7 games.
Man, can I tell y'all? I had the tweet prepared at Game 4 of the Western Conference Finals when they were up, and LeBron had 40 points in the first half. I had it cut, cropped, and everything. It was I'm leaving here with something. I turned the television to something else that was on. I came back, and all I can say is I'm glad I didn't send off that tweet, because that would have been a tweet and delete so fast. Phew, that would have been bad. I would have been like, oh no.
Oh boy.
I would have had to get that out of here fast. I was like, LeBron leaving with something. He getting 1. He got none. I'm like, man.
Breaking news.
What happened?
CM Punk is going to be back in AEW. That's all.
What was the breaking news?
CM Punk will be back in AEW.
Oh, I follow too many of them little wrestling podcast Twitters.
Oh no! I mean, it was officially announced, not the speculation and rumors.
No, okay. They were like, "Well, we all know he's coming back." I was like, "Yeah, where else is he gonna go?"
Why wouldn't he go back to the WWE?
Because he dug that ditch so deep.
No, because he's under contract.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
He dug that ditch deep, and then
WWE
turned around and dropped an atomic bomb and said ditch, And I feel like
I think he's good if you wanted to. But hey, look, I didn't want to interrupt the basketball talk.
Okay. Yeah.
To me.
I like that though. Breaking news.
Sadal, you like to go down swing.
Oh, I can't get the goddamn sound.
I say breaking news. Oh, hey, breaking news.
Ow! Oh my breaking motherfucking news. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Skip. Shannon Sharpe has reached a buyout with FS1 and with Undisputed. And guess what he did? He finally, hold on, let me say what he did. He showed Skip to the door. Skip Bayless will no longer be a part of Undisputed, and Undisputed will no longer, well, it might be shown on FS1. We'll stay tuned. I'm glad. Shit, we were talking about basketball. I don't care. I'm glad he took the show. When, and this is the answer why he did it. When Skip was talking out the side of his goddamn neck, because we can say it now. And then also, Shannon Sharpe's last show will reportedly be after the 2023 NBA Finals. But yeah, Skip talked all that stuff. He had all these things to say. He publicly, in a way, well, not in a way, just flat out was berating Shannon Sharpe. Like it was given a lot of boy treatment at some times. And it was bad. And Shannon Sharpe, I commend you, because he took it to the chin with grace and poise. His mama raised him well. Whoever raised him well. And he made a business move just now. And that business move is beautiful. Do I believe that Skip Bayless will be on the show somewhere soon? Absolutely. Come on now. But
no, I think it's the other way around, Stanton. I think Sharpe is leaving and Skip ain't going nowhere. It's a buyout. So he's, so
I read that wrong. I got excited. It don't matter. It don't matter. He gone. Club Shay Shay for the Emmys. Club Shay. Oh, so I was saying that.
So I'm trying to, that was a lot of opinion there, Stanton. I'm trying to get to the real reason why did they buy him out? What was going on? Is he going to ESPN? It seemed like a great fit for the controversy with all that BS that was going on the show. You figure the ratings were high. I know the ratings weren't terrible. So why did they buy him out? What really happened? What's the real story behind the story? Why is he leaving?
Gonna hear that. You ain't never gonna hear the story behind the story.
Yeah, I don't think it came out yet. The reason why. There's always speculation.
It's gonna be at least 10 months before you hear.
But when you buy somebody out, that means something.
That means they bought out the rest of his contract. Basically.
Yeah, I know what that means, right? Yeah, I know what that means, right?
They gave up the money to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? Most times they would just let them work it out, but you're gonna give them the money and say, "Get out of here." There's something happened.
T-Bone said 10 months. I guarantee you, within 4 episodes of Club Shay Shay, we don't know what happened.
No, because he's going to want his money, and that'll definitely be a terms and conditions of getting that money.
Yes, he can't mention that. Yes.
Hey,
NDA.
Breaking news again.
Damn, can I say it next time? But go ahead. Damn it.
My gimmick.
We have a Man Cave exclusive. We've got some audio here. If we could place it.
Well, set the table, Stan. Tell us what this audio is about. Let's set the table. Put some forks on there.
I know as much as you know at this table. I just got a tablecloth. I know we have some audio.
The same chest.
Oh, this is the episode that may have broken the back of Shannon Sharpe metaphorically. We have audio.
We cannot hear it.
No.
If the people out there can hear something that we can't hear, let us know.
We cannot hear the audio. If the audio can be heard by our viewers, please let us know.
There's a little technical difficulties we're going through right
now.
All
right, I think we're getting it. Roll that beautiful bean footage. Nope. Okay.
Hold on.
No, you said the wrong thing. It's not footage. Footage is visual.
Yes,
Roll that beautiful being audio.
That tape. That magnetic.
Roll the tape.
Play the tape, man. Play the tape.
Sorry, we're live, pal.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, we'll come back to that audio.
We'll come back to this tape.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here we are. Oh, yes.
Up at 35.
That's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No,
Skip, I did what I
never
did.
said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
Skip, I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got the Super Bowl.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
Better.
Skip, I got to see what you do. You take personal shots.
No, I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal.
Put your glasses back on.
Can I finish? You're willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
Well, because you just
Go ahead.
you disrespect him. It's just so. You know what? It's beneath your
You would
dignity.
disrespect me to support him.
No, well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever played your game, and it's by far.
I am so sorry that the San Francisco 49ers clearly caused Skip to have a breakdown.
Santa Clara,
Look at this.
49ers.
The 49ers are responsible for breaking up a TV show. A TV show. He took it up.
You know he was mad because his
That's
voice
about-
did high. That voice got real high. Voice got real high. You know when that voice get high,
I'm like,
you know when you get mad, that voice go to another octave.
He went another octave. He went in band. We call that's Super C up there. You know, that's he went up to Super C.
Yeah.
And self-censored.
But I truly believe in that clip right there. Shannon was a little punk on that. I'm gonna be honest with you. He let Skip get to him. You don't let Skip get to you like that. To make you look that way on national. You don't let that man get to you like that. He can say what he want to say about Tom Brady being the greatest, and you saying he better than me. I was like, well, you know what? I'm the Hall of Famer here.
Well,
what have you done? Have you ever played the sport before?
Something
Boy,
like
you know what I'm saying? You don't let them get that work. Get yourself get that work.
I think it was a build up before that.
Right.
I don't think that was in isolation. That was something that was building up. There was little jabs here and there as the weeks and months went on.
It's like
I think
when
that was
I'm
a
talking
straw
about the
broke
Rams.
back.
I've been talking about the Rams for 25 years, and he's been taking it for 25 years. Eventually, that voice is gonna raise up on me too.
Look, T-Bone, man, we're gonna move on because I'm the bigger person here. I'm not gonna let you get to me.
Man, I'm telling you, it was this clip, and then there was another clip after the DeMar Hamlin incident that as well, because Shannon had missed the show right after that. He'd missed that show
because his tweet, because when he tweeted
yeah,
about
because
Hamlin.
of that tweet.
Yeah.
You know what?
Tweet,
Never mind. We're not gonna get into this tweet. I just thought about what happened last time. We're gonna keep it going. Craig, would you rather get swept, or would you rather lose in a full 7-game series?
7-game series. I don't want to get swept. You look getting swept is a terrible look. You know, you couldn't get 1 game out of 4. You let this team really just dominate you for 4 straight games. I think that's what happened to LeBron. That's what happened to Bron, and that's what Denver did. Denver's that type of team that they're a handful, man. You think about the players, their support players, and the you got that dude. What's Aaron Gordon, and the guy that shoot the shooting guard, not Jamal. What's the Jamal?
KCP, Michael Porter Jr.
No, that dude, the other one, Michael, the tall light skinned one.
Oh, don't say that name. Our producer's gonna magically pop in the show and be like, "I told y'all 5 years ago."
The dude had the bad back. He came out of college with a bad back. What is his name?
Yes.
What is his name?
There you go. In all damn caps.
Michael Porter Jr. Yes. Now so you know what? People are sleeping on his defense. He can shoot the 3, but his defense and the length on to guard the wing. Him and the dude Aaron Gordon. And then you got KCP Is that his name? Is that Casey? Contagious Caldwell Pope? Yeah.
Yep,
Pope is
Contagious Caldwell Pope.
Contagious Caldwell Pope sounds like some type of disease. But you
No,
know, nevertheless, he got game out the butt cheeks. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm so mad that my Wizards let him go. I was like, come on, man, this dude, we need this guy. It's like their role players are 10 times better on paper than the Heat. But when the Heat gets when the lights come on, the Heat actually turn into a whole nother team. So you never know, anything can happen. But yeah, that's my opinion.
Hey, I need our producers to clip that, because out of all the words he tried to come up with to not say ass, he said, "I'm gonna get specific." Man, talent out the.
I was trying to keep it clean.
You failed. You failed. It was.
I failed.
It got worse before it got better. He said, "Talent."
Talent, not the butt cheeks.
Oh my God!
I was like, uh-oh.
T-Bone, would you rather get swept or would you like to fight all the way to the end?
You know what?
Hold on, real quick, before you say that. Now, if you got talent coming out the butt cheeks, that indeed does sound contagious. All right, T-Bone.
Contagious Caldwell Pope got talent out the butt cheeks.
Hey, help me, Doc. I think it's contagious.
Help me, please. I'm in pain.
I'm sorry.
Doc gonna tell him, I'm sorry, bro. You just asked out. All right, I'm done.
You know, to answer the question of would I rather get swept or lose in a 7-game series, I think I'll take the sweep. And I'll explain why. Now, I think I'd rather, just psychologically, for my own mental health, I think it's better for me to know, like, look, there was nothing I could do here, right? If this team is clearly better than me, that they beat me in 4 games, there's nothing that I could have done to make a difference in this. You get to 7 games, you start to believe, you start to hope, you start to think, okay, this is it. We about to do it. And then you get to that 4th quarter and you're like, we ain't gonna do it. I done fought, an extra, 3 games for this, and we ain't gonna do it. I could have been at home, chilling, getting the ice bath or whatever they do once the season is done to recover. Go to
Cancun.
Huh?
Go to Cancun.
Well, could have done that, been in some banana boats and got traded to the Heat. I don't know.
Oh, man. That will never get old.
Just saying, like you lose, you know what I'm saying, though? You get to that 7th game, you done fought hard, you done got back in it, and then you get to that 4th quarter, and that's what they did to you at the end. No, just let me know. Let me know in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Well, that was rather abusive, bro. Like, wait a minute.
Look, that's how that 4th quarter felt when I was looking at it. I'm like, golly, it was like they were within 6. And then this is what the Gap did. Bam. Game over.
You know what? I got to side with T-Bone, man. Just in all honesty, just in this situation, let's look at the grand scope, right? The Lakers at the beginning of this season were not projected to be anywhere near the playoffs unless they bought courtside tickets, right? Throughout the progression of the season, yes, I heard it. Was that? I feel like it was enough. Throughout the progression of the second half of the season, they made their way not only into the play-in, not only into a 7-game series where they won both of them by 6, getting rid of the top teams or one of the top teams in the West, all because one of their star players was shooting at the wrong time. Anyway, and then to beat the defending champions all the way up to going against the number 1 seed as the number 7 seed. Now, I don't know if y'all like watch, this thing called sports, but when there's a lower seed going up against any top 5, let alone top 1, unless it's the month of March, do you see that going in the lower seed's favor?
I like how you added the caveat that I was going to say in there, because I was like, March Madness definitely had a lot of that.
Yeah. March is a month on exotic drugs because some of the stuff that happens there is remarkable.
Bizarro land.
Exactly. But outside of March, would you expect the number 7 seed to overtake the number 1 seed?
That's what's happening right now. Bizarro land. Y'all talking about y'all would rather get swept than win the game. I'm in Bizarro land right now.
Think about it, Craig.
What is going on?
I don't
T-Bone's point.
You would rather get swept. You would rather somebody punch you in the face 20 times and you not land that one punch and then you go home. That's what you would rather somebody do.
To T-Bone's point, if you build yourself up, right? Did you hear what the Celtics was saying after game 3 going into game 4? Don't let us get 1. I took that joke running into work after every game. I was like, don't let us get 1. They got that 1. I was like, oh, snap. Don't let them get 2. They got 2. I was like, oh, shit, now. Don't let them get 3. And then they got 3. They go into game 7 on a high. You playing in Boston. You like, can't nothing stop us. We just went through this with the 76ers. We know what's about to happen, but you don't know what's about to happen because you put all your eggs in this Courage basket, and then Courage rolls his ankle in the first play of the damn game, and you don't know what to do.
I just want to be clear. I would rather get swept in this round because as a team, you've proven yourself in the first round, the second round. Here you are in this round. You've beaten other teams. So there's other people who are not as good as you at that point. You've beaten other people. If you are going to get to a team that is going to beat you in this round, I'd rather look, obviously, if you were going to lose, you'd rather it not be a sweep. But if you're asking me about the two extremes, let me know I'm not making it. Okay. Let me know.
How would it look if you were even we can you're looking at this? Let's look at these two teams. Look at this series. This team, the Boston Celtics, was rated high the whole NBA season. Maybe not the NBA finals. Some one of them talking heads said they were going to win the
They
NBA
were top
finals.
3 in the East all season.
Yes, they were a top tier team the whole year. But then you roll up against a Miami Heat team that just inched into the playoffs. That's a number 8 seed, and you telling me you would rather get swept in the Eastern Conference Finals by this team than win these 3 games and make it a series?
Wait a minute. Was winning an option that was presented to us today? What you tell me when winning was presented as an option? The options that we were given were swept or lose in game 7. Those are the 2 options we were presented. When was winning presented to us as an option?
Yeah, it's a lose-lose scenario.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You got to go. Look, I'm just going with what was given.
I'm a competitor, man. I'm not trying to think about
crazy.
I'd rather get swept. I'm a competitor. I want a chance. I want a chance.
I didn't say compete. You did have a chance in game 1. You lost. You had a chance in game 2. You lost. You had a chance in game 3. You lost. And then you fought back for 3 more games just to get to 7.
Yes.
You still lost.
Yes.
Yes.
Excuse me, Mr. Producer.
Down fighting.
Excuse me, Mr. Producer. Yes, you don't go out like a little bitch. Yes, you finally stand up to the bully. You finally stand up.
You stood up to the bully to get your ass beat?
Yeah. Hey,
look what happened.
You didn't get your ass beat the whole time.
Look what happened in Rocky number 1.
Come on now.
He didn't win.
Rocky didn't win.
He didn't lose either.
Come on, man. That's I can't see that.
He went the distance.
So Craig, to
I
prove
can't see it.
to your point, you saying the sweep is like getting punched 20 times and not landing one punch.
Yeah.
You want to know what a 7-game series is? That's like going to Suplex City, hitting your finisher, and a few other moves to get him weak to where you think you got him, only for him to hit you with a 75% effective F5 and win. 3 WrestleMania main events in a row, but I'm gonna be quiet because I'm not gonna re-piss myself off again. I thought I got past it, but I brought it up. I did not.
All I'm trying to say is what we were presented was if you were going to lose, how would you have rather lost? Let's assume that we were, we're looking back and saying, okay, there was one, you've won your championships at this point, and you go look back at your career and you say, you know what? I remember that time I lost in the Eastern Conference Finals and we got swept. I remember that other time where we lost in the Eastern Conference Finals and we went to Game 7. And then you have your championships. Yes, you're going to love the fact that you have championships. But if you're looking back on it as a career, the Game 7 is going to hurt that person a lot more because they felt it. It was there. Or take somebody who hasn't won. If you're a player that hasn't won a championship and you get swept or you lose in the Game 7, you mean to tell me that Game 7 didn't hurt them more than just getting swept?
Tebow's in bizarro land right now.
Oh, hold up! You telling me? Even if we take,
no matter which way you slice it, and whether way you put it down, T-Bone, you are saying that they would feel worse about losing the Game 7 than getting swept. You're actually saying that?
Because they had a chance.
Come on now, dude. You are embarrassed. That is an embarrassment. You were a top-rated team the whole year, and you just got swept.
Wait a minute.
By number 8 Swede. That is an embarrassment.
Who's the top-rated team?
We're talking about the Boston. We're talking about the Celtics and the Heat. See,
they didn't get swept though.
That's the whole. That's part of the argument. So let me get the T-Bone's term. I was presented a sweep, and I was presented to win and lose in Game 7. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay, I'm talking like that right now. Okay, so that's the deal. So they got swept. So and you would feel better than this. You would go home to your family like, hey, well, we got swept. So it's like, oh, honey, it's okay, honey. You just got swept. Or you go home, honey, we fought. We fought tooth and nail. We just lost that last game. We came back. Come on,
let me ask you a question. For Karl Malone, he's probably not the best. He's probably not the best one.
Oh, damn!
You take somebody. You take an athlete who gets to. You take an athlete who is going for Game 7. We're talking about competitors. We're talking about passionate competitors. They go in. Okay, Charles Barkley. If Charles Barkley, I don't remember his playoff runs, but you're telling me that the competitor gets to Game 7 and loses. You're telling me that is not going to hurt more thinking back on their career if they don't win a championship later on ever. So Charles Barkley in that sense. If they get to their looking back on their career and they saw that they had that Game 7 and it was right there for them to win, they almost had it. They almost got to that championship. You think that's not going to hurt them than just getting swept?
No.
A loss is a loss, but man, at least I fought. To get there.
They have, you understand? It's about competing. You told me, you just said that you were in wrestling school and you competed in wrestling matches. You were competitive. You was out there wrestling. You was out there as a complete athlete, wrestling and competing.
Okay.
So you mean to tell me? If your record was, if you would have never won a match, if you would have never not won that one match in your career, you'd have felt better.
Hold up.
Than you winning one match.
Well,
I don't feel like you can use wrestling seeing what's happening.
No. I can actually straight up answer that question. In high school, Sadal, what did I do all 4 years?
You wrestled.
I wrestled all 4 years in high school. Freshman year, I absolutely sucked. Sophomore year, I sucked. Junior year, a little bit better. Senior year, I was a lot better. And you know what? I got to a tournament, and I should have won a match. I won my first match. I won my second match. I got to the next match. The guy, actually, take that back. Different tournament. The senior year tournament, I lost the first match in that tournament that I should have won. It still bothers me to this day. I went ahead and picked up the third place medal because I beat everybody else. But that match that I lost there when I was actually good bothers me a lot more than my freshman and sophomore year where I sucked and I knew I sucked. But the one that bothered me the most was the one where I should have won the match. And it bothers me to this day.
Ooh, this sounds like a promo. Jesus.
Yeah, I guess that's personal for you. Maybe I should have used that analogy. Sorry.
Because I was sitting here like, damn, hold on. Wait a minute.
It got real fast.
We're not bringing up any more wrestling.
I'm scared to skip to the next segment now.
Trigger words.
It was me.
It got quiet, like real like.
This is similar to Dolph Ziggler's greatest promo ever.
It should have been me.
Oh, no, not that one. No, not that one. Oh no, that one should have never happened.
No, the guy reached around my neck. You cannot choke somebody in high school wrestling. You gotta have an arm. This guy, I had him pinned. I had this guy pinned down on the mat, hands clasped, and this guy reached around and somehow was able to get his arm around my neck. I'm screaming to the referee, ref, he's choking me. He's choking me. The referee does not do anything for about 15 seconds. He finally looks and says, oh, he's choking you. Stop the match. You got 15 seconds to rest. Get yourself together. You ever been choked? Anybody else ever been choked? I'm telling you right now, you don't recover in 15 seconds. So I get back, the match starts, I haven't recovered, and I wind up losing the match.
T-Bone. Hey,
let's go to your happy place now.
Yes.
You're in a green field.
Yes.
With fresh daisies.
No, Sadal, it ain't a green field.
You're
in your basement with all your wrestling memorabilia and your tapes. You're watching your favorite tape.
You're walking through the sand with
crystal clear quality.
75 degrees.
I could have took him.
Trigger.
You're back in Orlando with no responsibility.
That's where the Magic are.
Oh my God.
Not much better. Well, now I do feel much better because they never had a chance. So there we go.
They had a chance that one year.
Don't
they
bring it up.
Too. Okay.
I think we need to go to the next topic, please.
Fast.
Yeah, you know, we over here in the Midwest. We gonna take it back. I'm sorry. We gonna take it black over to the East Coast, and we gonna take it black, ladies and gentlemen. Craig, what's going on with the DMV disaster of sports?
Well, what's going on terrible in Washington, D.C. right now is, and I'll use this from our illustrious host Stanton, is our Washington Commanders. I cannot understand what's going on. It's like first we get some great news. We get rid of little devil boy, Danny boy, and we get rid of him. You know, we sell the team. And then we get slapped in the mouth and denied the patent for the Commander's name. Ain't that just great? It seems like when you think the curse is lifted, it just comes right back and kicks us right in the... But it's okay. It's okay. We expect this, and I'm gonna let these gentlemen have their fun. That's what's going on the East Coast. That's all I want to talk about because I just can't understand why this saga of terrible just keeps running up on my squad. It's like, come on, man, what's going on? We can't. So right now, I believe we are the Washington football team. I don't know. I think
according to Instagram, y'all still the Commanders.
It'll be some legal battles. I think we may run that name one more year, 2 years. I don't know the whole back story of it. I just think it's just kind of crazy that every time we come up with something, it's another obstacle there. Something's always there. So it's like, it is what it is. It's expected now. So that's the biggest thing going in the DMV sports wise. Everything else is, we don't care. The Defenders, the Mystics, well, they're okay. They're not terrible.
Hold on. Wait a giggity goddamn minute.
What?
Sir,
What?
as happy as you were about your Defenders, now he wants to come out in public and say the Defenders too.
Only reason I kept up with the Defenders. Let's keep it 100. You can roll whatever tape you want to roll. Only reason I talked about the Defenders is because of you gentlemen talking about how y'all good Kakar was and never mentioned anything about my Defenders for like 4 straight shows. It was because of y'all illustrious gentlemen. Y'all did this. Y'all created this monster. Y'all never told me that my Defenders were the best team in the league. It's crazy. And we got tape on that. Me talking to, I forgot the NFL guy we had on. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We were just the best team in the league. And it's like, you never said anything. So as soon as we lose, everybody's rejoicing. Craig's mad. What? I haven't heard anybody go Kakar. I'm the only one that's been going Kakar in the last 4 weeks. What happened to the Kakar? I ain't got a Kakar. I ain't got a text. I ain't got a text in a while with no Kakar in it. What happened? Come on now.
T-Bo.
So Craig, you just checked the group chat just to get the link to the show, huh? That's the only time you ever you just the only notification. Huh?
That's it. That's all I do. Because most of the time I'm in Santa Clara with the Santa Clara 49ers. Terrible T-Bone. I tell you, boy, you something. You switch to St. Louis when you want to.
Craig, since we're talking about the debacle up in the Department of Motor Vehicles, the DMV. I'm sorry.
I was not talking about that. I was not talking about that.
DC letdown. Damn.
I was not talking about that. No, that was not. I was talking about the Commanders. I was not talking about y'all brought up
the Washington football. The Washington football Skinners.
Oh, look at these guys. Look at this. That was not my topic, Miss Producer. You are terrible, sir. That was not my topic.
Look at that. The XFL champions.
I'm being railroaded right now.
Wait a minute. That's not
the Washington
DC. There you go. That ain't.
You can our producers, another one of these St. Louis guys that was going to car the whole season.
The Renegades of Arlington, I believe.
We're just reporting the news of what happened.
Oh,
we are just reporting the sports as it happens, sir.
Can we report how your squad did not make it into the playoffs after having one of the best records in the league? I mean.
Hey Craig, can I give you a message to pass along to your team?
What's that message? What's that message, sir?
If they're going through names and trying to find name changes, can I just please suggest that if you're looking at the areas up in your area in the DMV, please don't call that team the Washington Indian Heads. All right.
Oh Lord.
Y'all got Indian Head, Maryland up there, and I don't want y'all to
think the DC Go-Go.
My God.
Let them know. Do not do that.
What you know about Indian Head, T-Bone? What you know about that?
I go up to DC, up to the DMV just about every year.
Every year?
Go skiing up there with a lot of people up there.
You don't skiing. You go skiing in Pennsylvania. You don't go skiing in DC.
We go up there. We meet in Maryland.
Okay.
Up in Indiana, and then we drive up to
Pennsylvania. Okay, I got you.
Craig, like, hold on, brother. That's a whole another state.
No, okay. You don't skiing no DC, brother. Ain't no skis.
Hey, given everything going on in your city, if you can come up with a name for your beloved DC team, one that has not been used before, based on your city, what would you call it?
I'm going back to the Washington football team, man. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to be. I didn't what Commanders was garbage to me in the beginning. I just wanted to be the Washington football team. Just ride that out. Just take that. That was cool. I like that. But DC, our whole city, this DMV, the sound of our city is go-go music. So they already got a basketball team called the Go-Go, and that's the G League. That's the G League team. So I don't know.
The Washington what?
The Butts. They gonna come out. They gonna
Washington. We're gonna
that's gonna be the song.
We're gonna
Call them the
pause.
butts because they are.
We're gonna
ass.
pause. We're gonna pause on that. We're gonna pause.
That's
on
go-go, right? You gonna tell me that's not a go-go beat?
Oh Lord, see, it sounds so horrible when people don't know the music and they talk about the music.
Hold on.
It's a bunch of blasphemy when they talk a go.
Craig.
That's not a go-go beat. Come
So
on,
you
Craig.
gonna say
You're
that
talking about
the
EU,
the
band EU, the butt.
You gonna tell me that?
Okay, let me enlighten y'all, gentlemen. Let me enlighten y'all, gentlemen, because y'all don't know the music or the culture. That song, "The Butt," is a great song. It did launch a lot for go-go, but that song is a commercialized type of version of go-go. That's not the hard underground undertoning crank of go-go. So y'all need to YouTube. No, let me finish. Y'all need to YouTube. Y'all need to go to YouTube and look up bands like EU. Get EU back when they're in a club. Don't go to their commercial stuff. Go to when they actually playing in the club. Go to bands like the Backyard Band, like CCB, TCB, Red Essence, back when they used to play at the Rhythms and East Side. That's more of
Trouble Funk.
Yeah, Trouble Funk. There you go, sir. That's more of
you talking to a
everybody just knows the butt. And that's just what they say.
Right.
Oh,
I just gave one song that people would universally know that don't go in the area. When we ride on those bus trips,
you're not gonna try to educate
me on those bus trips from Maryland up to Pennsylvania.
Come on now.
What do you think they blast on the bus?
If you know, and clearly you do not know, sir. So I just say it is what it is. I don't mean it. It's no disrespect. You come and you actually, when you come to the city, you come holler at me and I'll take you to a go-go where you can see some real authentic go-go music. Okay,
it's just funny that Craig said it ain't go-go music; it is commercialized.
I didn't say it wasn't go-go music. I just said that's not the true sound, the true crank.
Roll the tape.
I did not say that.
Just like it wasn't real football.
I called it the commercialized. I said it's a commercialized version of the music. That's what I said.
It wasn't real football until it started winning.
It wasn't real football until they started winning.
No,
you know what?
I see how that works. Okay,
we gonna keep with Craig's delusions and talk about his DMV disaster and some other teams. We gonna talk about this upcoming football season, y'all. They dropped the schedules for the 2023-2024 season, and us here at the Man Cave, we got them schedules for you now. Who wants to discuss their team first?
Let's look at the St. Louis Rams. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Let's bring up the Washington Redskins. Oh, damn. No. Let's bring up the DC Washington Command. They couldn't even command the right to their own name.
Let's go.
Technically, Washington is not. They don't even play in Washington. You know that, right? They play in Landover, Maryland.
Oh, so look at the selector.
Come on, the Landover
selector.
So really,
call them the Landover Pretzels.
Yeah,
they always getting folded and twisted up.
Well, technically, the St. Louis Rams don't.
Like
Alex damn!
Leg.
What do they play at? They don't play anywhere. The St. Louis Rams play in L.A. Do they? Damn it! Anyway,
we at our summer home. Y'all ain't got no summer home. Damn it. We'll be back when Cronky kicks the bucket. I'll make sure.
All right, so preseason.
Don't nobody care about that. Get to week 1.
I'm looking for week 1, week 2, week 9.
No,
week
you
1.
start week 1 is September 10th.
September 10th. I see it.
Come on, Craig. Good
September 10th. Okay, I got you. We got the Arizona Cardinals. That should be a win.
It depends on how that new coach comes in.
Denver Broncos, that should be a win. Okay, we'll lose to Buffalo. Okay, we'll lose the first game in Philly. We'll beat Chicago. Okay, we'll beat the Falcons. We'll beat the Giants too. We'll beat Philly that second game because that's a home. Is that a home? That's a home game. Yes, we'll beat Philly that second game. Oh, we're going to beat the Patriots. We'll beat Seattle. We'll lose to the Giants. We'll lose to the Cowboys at home. Yeah. We're going to lose to the Dolphins. Oh, we're going to beat the St. Louis Rams. I mean, the LA. Yeah, we'll beat the LA Rams. The Jets. I I don't know. That's a talk. I don't know. That's a loss. The 49ers don't have a quarterback, so yes, we'll beat them. And we'll probably be playing the Cowboys with their skeleton crew, so we'll beat them at home. We'll probably route them.
Okay, if we can keep this schedule up, I'm gonna give a more realistic depiction of how this is gonna go. Cardinals, yeah, that's probably a win. Broncos, it depends on how Russell Wilson and Sean Payton gel. So that might be a draw. That might be a draw. Who knows? Against the Bills, that's a loss. Against the Eagles, y'all gotta be on the Eagles revenge tour. Unfortunately, that's a loss. The Bears, I'll give y'all that. The Falcons aren't gonna rise up. I'll give you that. I don't know what's going on in New York. That might be a win. Against the Eagles, it's gonna be a close loss. Patriots, that's a win for you guys. Seahawks, I don't like them. That's a win. Against the Giants, again, that'll probably be that might be a loss. Cowgirls, that's a win. The Dolphins, it honestly depends on who's the quarterback. Y'all ain't winning shit on December 17th. December 24th, Merry Christmas. You might get a win. You're gonna you're gonna end your year with a possible loss. And well, Cowgirls are Cowgirls. That's another win. I didn't keep tally, but I guarantee you.
From Stanton. The hater.
You know what? While we're here, go ahead and pull up the Rams then. We're going to give Craig a chance, but let me discuss it first like he did in Delusion. All right, so here's what we got with my beloved Rams. We have week 1, baby, going up against them Seahawks in Seattle. That's a win. We got week 2 against the 49ers. Sorry, T-Bone. We got week 3. I can't even see the damn thing because the QR code is in the way. Jeez. Week 3 is going to be a draw because I don't know who against the Bengals. Oh, yeah. We're going to whoop them again. We're going to beat the Colts. We're going to lose to the Eagles. We're going to beat the Cardinals. I don't know who the Steelers got a quarterback, so that's a win. We sure not losing to the Cowgirls. The Packers ain't nothing right now. Aaron Rodgers left. That was the best thing going in Green Bay. We get a bye week on week 10. Then we're going to beat the Seahawks again. Then we're going to beat the Cardinals again at State Farm Stadium. Let's see. Is that the Browns? Oh, yeah, we're going to beat them. Against the Ravens, yeah, we're going to take that L. That's fine. Against the Commanders on the 17th, we whooping ass. Against the Saints, we're going to beat them again, and they're going to be salty. Giants are going to be real small. 49ers, T-Bone, I'll give you one.
There was a lot of we in there, like you're a LA Rams fan.
I am, because you know what? I ain't never had to change my fandom by its name. I've been a Rams fan since 1998, because that's as long as I can remember. Can't remember a lot past 4, because there ain't a lot of pictures. You know, I gotta go off what I had. So, all right, Craig, I'll give you the opportunity. Run the schedule. What do you think is gonna happen?
Okay. You will lose to Geno Smith.
You know what? We're gonna go ahead and stop this. We gave you a golden opportunity, and you're talking about the side of your neck. T-Bone, can you please give us a depiction of how you believe this season will go for your division rivals, the Rams?
They'll beat the Seahawks. Week 2's not looking good for them.
Ain't looking down either.
Week 3's not looking good. Week 3's not much better.
Hold on. Can I say something? How does it feel to know that we are doing twice what you all couldn't do once, which is beating y'all and then facing the Bengals in another primetime game? Kabooyah! Okay, you may continue.
All right, so week 1 is a win. Week 2 is a loss. Week 3 is a loss. Week 4 is a win. Week 5 is a loss. Week 6 is a win. Week 7 is a loss. Week 8 is a loss.
You know what? We're gonna stop you right here. We was gonna nope, never mind. Never mind. We had a moment. We're going to move on. Put the 49ers up since that's all people want to talk about in all honesty. All this delusion.
I gave y'all wins.
Hateration.
You gave us you gave us wins except for the win that you know was going to happen.
Hasn't been nothing but honest this whole episode, and he cut me off.
Hateration. T-Bone is a liar. Oh, sorry.
Pay no attention to the voice in the microphone.
Y'all enjoy this while y'all can. You ain't got much more of this left. Okay. Where's that 49ers schedule? Roll that beautiful bean footage. There we go.
Oh, Lord.
All right. So look at that. Steelers.
The design of the schedule even looks whack. But go right ahead.
This does look. This looks like it's something straight out of PowerPoint with
clip art. It's like it was a balled up piece of paper and he spread it across the screen.
Wait, T-Bone, what'd you say?
I said it looks like it's out of Madden 98 special edition.
Oh man, this looks like patches that go on a quilt.
No, it was a balled up piece of paper that he rolled up.
But that's okay, because you see how nice that 49ers helmet looks down there, and you see how all the other ones look like cartoons,
because somebody didn't know how to copy and paste right. Do you see the bye week for you guys? It's a cartoon.
It's a throwback helmet. That was a throwback helmet.
Listen. Let's stop with the 49er slander, man. You know, the schedule looks really nice. You know why? Do you know why this schedule looks very nice?
I got
why
reasons.
Does it look nice? Because we handed them their last loss of the year and they expect first loss of the season. No. Okay.
No, because they're paper champions.
Oh.
They're paper champions.
No.
Well, you gotta be a champion to be a paper champion.
Credit. They're paper champs.
Oh, that's cute.
No, you gotta actually win the championship.
It always looks good on paper.
Be a champion.
They're paper champions. So go ahead, T-Bone. Proceed.
That's rich. All right. Anyway, say what? There's one thing that you should know before I even go through the schedule. There's one thing that nobody's even pointed out, and you gotta realize the 49ers are the team that everybody wants to see. You know what I mean? Because
I'm sorry, what?
I said the 49ers are the team that everybody wants to see. The national television viewing audience wants to see the 49ers play. And how do I know? Because the 49ers are the only team in the NFL that is playing Thanksgiving for the whole world to see.
Oh,
They're
my
playing
God.
Christmas Day for the whole world to see.
Oh,
and they're only playing. Well, come on now. If we want to be honest, they're only playing on Christmas Day because that happens to be the game against Lamar and Odell.
What's that got to do with anything?
They're coming to see Lamar and Odell.
Hey, who they ever beat?
They're coming to see the richest quarterback in the history of life, and Odell Beckham Jr.
Again,
let him get through it so we can get through this.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. That's right. We're on all those primetime games for everybody to see. So anyway, let's go.
The Commanders are playing on New Year's Eve too. What's your point?
Against who?
Y'all.
That's the point.
They're not here for y'all. They know who y'all are. We don't know who the team in Washington is. They showing up to see who's going to be there. Is it going to be the Redskins? Is it going to be the football team?
I just made it clear.
T-Bone and Stanton are smoking that.
I just made it clear that the 49ers are the one that's facing on all those nights. Yes, the Commanders are playing against the 49ers. So anyway, let's look at the
we don't know who's playing against the 49ers. Like I just said, y'all are playing against. This is a 3-on-1 handicap match, honestly. Y'all playing the Commanders, the football team, and the Redskins.
Well,
sheesh. That's like Randy Orton and John Cena versus the entire roster. I'm sorry.
They're not playing the St. Louis Rams.
Well,
y'all don't want to see us. Greatest Sean Tucker to beat y'all ass.
The Steelers. Let's see. The Steelers, the 49ers are going to win that game against the Steelers. Start off 1-0. Rams. Look,
1-1.
You know what the regular season holds for the Rams? It's a loss against the 49ers. Giants on Prime Video. They're going to take that. The Giants are going to take an L. The Cardinals are going to take an L. The Cowboys. This is where it gets interesting. It's going to be a tough game. I'm still predicting the 49ers. The Browns. Sorry, Browns. Y'all, you ain't got it. Vikings ain't got it. Bengals.
Now hold on.
Go ahead.
Now don't discount these Vikings. As long as they still got Kirk Cousins, Dalvin Cook, and Justin Jefferson, whatever one he is. Jay Jettas. Now don't count them out now.
Vikings ain't
they
got
came back from 33-7 and won.
But now this is the part where we're going to be real. I'm going to say that we lose to the Bengals. That's going to happen.
I would have done the Super Bowl if you made it.
We'll lose to the Bengals. Jaguars. The Jaguars are not going to be the same Jaguars that they were last year. The 49ers are going to take them out. Buccaneers take them out. Seahawks take them out. Eagles will take that Eagle loss. Seahawks will take that one. We'll take the Cardinals. Ravens, you know what? I'm feeling charitable. We'll lose on Christmas. The Commodores, not going to have it. And then the Rams will finish out the season strong. So we're going to lose 3 games this season, and it'll be to the Bengals, the Eagles, and the Ravens.
Wow.
And that's,
you got a point.
Ladies and gentlemen, is why they are paper champions. Because they'll lose in the playoffs and miss the Super Bowl once again. Paper champs.
All right, let's ask this question. What's worse, getting all the way to the game before the Super Bowl and losing, or getting to the Super Bowl and losing?
T-Bone, you're up first.
Hold on. All within 5 years of each other.
Hey,
which is worse?
Did you say getting to the Super Bowl and losing, or losing in the Super Bowl? What'd you say?
Getting to the Super Bowl and losing, or losing the game to get into the Super Bowl?
Which one is worse?
You're speaking from experience on this, T-Bone.
The one getting there to me is worse than losing in it, because you on that national stage, everybody's looking, right? It's only 2 teams left at that point. We done lost 2 games to the Ravens and to the Chiefs.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
The only 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And the thing, you didn't even get my predictions, but we're gonna move on, man.
Oh
man.
Well, you know what? Bump it. Bring the Rams back.
Oh Lord.
we gonna send Craig off right. Bring the Rams back. Sadal, run it down, my friend.
All right, so I'm predicting we're gonna lose to the Seahawks.
What the hell are you doing? Hold on. What the hell?
now you're gonna cut them off. Now you're gonna cut them off. Oh my God.
This is why right here. Keep going. Jesus.
All right. That's an L to the Seahawks. That's an L to the 49ers. L to the Bengals. We're gonna win against the Colts. L to the Eagles. And we're gonna win. We're gonna win against the Cardinals. We'll squeak by the Steelers. L to the Cowboys. We'll beat Green Bay because they don't really have a quarterback right now. Bye week.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
We'll win against the Eagles the next time. We'll beat the Cardinals again.
That's the Seahawks. That's the Seahawks, Sadal.
What? So what?
The Seahawks. I said we'll beat the Seahawks. We'll win
you said Eagles, man.
Oh damn! I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah, we'll beat the Seahawks, and we'll beat the Cardinals. We'll it'll be a close game. I say we win against the Browns. We'll lose against the Ravens. We'll beat Washington, Commanders, Commodores, whatever you call them. Saints, I think we'll lose. Saints will lose. The Giants will win that one. And then the 49ers, in a stunning upset, the Rams finally get a regular season win over the 49ers. That's my predictions.
Enough to miss the playoffs.
He sat here and said, "Oh, y'all just skipped me." We see why. What?
I'm realistic, man.
You know what? No, let me tell you what
I'm realistic. I don't make these predictions. I'm sick of
your fake pessimism. You make these predictions and hope you wrong. And at this point, I'm sick of it because you did it with the Cardinals, and damn it, you were right We are ass. We ass right now. It ain't working no more. The mojo is gone. The opposite day effect on your pessimism has wore off. We had a good run.
I picked the Cardinals to go all the way and win the World Series.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Your pessimism, and you hoped you were wrong in the back of your mind. Yes. It's happening.
And guess what happens?
It's happening.
I'm always wrong. Last year, I picked the 49ers to beat the Eagles. And what happened?
3 quarterbacks later, you know what happened. Come on now.
Oh, but you was playing with a backup quarterback all season long, though.
Yeah, they were 3 quarterbacks later. They got.
And I don't know if you caught the Platform Sports Talk show where we talked about this last week, but the NFL just changed the rules to make sure that if you wind up in a situation with an emergency quarterback, that you can have a third quarterback on your roster.
So what you gonna do when the third quarterback go down? Get the water boy. We'll see.
My tiny violin for T-Bone.
Look, I was about to go use some 2003 Nappy Roots lyrics. Lean to the left and stomp with it, right? You know, you said, what you gonna do?
Oh Lord. Uh-oh. All right. Well, on that note, well, eventually, 2 out of the 3 teams that are represented on this panel will be sent off to watch the playoffs while we cruise to another championship. Speaking of send-off, Craig, unfortunately, has to leave us.
Yes, gentlemen, I must go. I have to get up out of here. And before I leave, I want to shout out y'all dudes and my man Smoooth and the whole Platform Sports Talk Network for just being a part of my event, Community Cuts for Kids. As you see underneath my name, we have several dates that's going on in St. Louis in August. I'm gonna run them down for you real quick. Yes, I am. So on Saturday, August 5th, we'll be at the Boys to Mentors facility. That's 206 Emmerling. I hope I said that right. It's in Cool Valley. We'll be there from 1 to 4 p.m. along with the DeJuan Dillon Colon Cancer Foundation. Community Cuts for Kids is there on that Saturday, once again, from 1 to 4. Okay. We'll also be on Saturday at the Beyond the Backpack. That's at Normandy Early Learning Center, and that's at 7855 Natural Bridge. And that's from 10 to 2. So we got a lot going on Saturday, 2 locations. If we need barbers, we need stylists. So right now, the Craig Shields Foundation.org, the website is open. You can register right now if you want to be a part of the event, if you want to volunteer your time, barbers and stylists. Okay, that's the first day. On Sunday, we'll be at the O'Fallon Park Recreation Complex. That's at 4343 West Florissant from 1 to 4 p.m. And on Sunday, we'll be in Belleville, Illinois, with the Kappas and the Zetas at the Belleville Kappa House. That's 802 West C Street. All right. So that's 2 locations on Saturday the 5th, 2 locations on Sunday the 6th. And we're coming back. Yes, Community Cuts for Kids has expanded this year. We'll be back on Sunday, August 13th at the brand new St. Louis Zoo Wild Care Park. That's 12385 Larimore Road. That's up there in the Spanish Lake area. It's a brand new facility. It's it's an extension of the St. Louis Zoo, and I'll be there once again with the DeJuan Dillon Colon Cancer Foundation. And I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. We need barbers, we need stylists. Please go to the CraigShillsFoundation.org if you want to register. Barbers and stylists, we need you. Smooth, I appreciate that contact you sent me, but that's the deal. Gentlemen, I gotta go. Go Commanders, Commodores, watch the football team, whatever you want to call them. Go Defenders, go Wizards, go Caps. Y'all about to talk about hockey next. Go Caps and go Washington Mystics. Everything DMV, baby. I'm near for it. I'm here for it. I rep my city and the go-go. Don't speak on what you don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm out. Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was, is, and has been Craig Black. All right. Well, we are heading into the end of the NHL season. We've got our Stanley Cup finals set. And now it's time to get a little icy with it. It's Hockey Talk. As you can see on your screen, we started out with a whole bunch of teams from 16 down to 2. That's usually how it goes. So for the Stanley Cup Finals, we have the Las Vegas Golden Knights going up against the Florida Panthers. Not the Black Panthers, just the Panthers.
Panther.
No, the Black
Fellas.
Panthers are allowed in Florida.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, ooh, whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
Anyway, nope, we're not
We're
going
gonna
there.
move on.
All right. Ooh, we're not going there at all. All right. So, fellas,
We'll talk about Glenn Kyber in a minute.
Oh God. All right, fellas, looking at this here bracket, we're down to the final two. Just a quick shoot off. Who are we picking between the Golden Knights and the Panthers? Sadar, what say ye?
I say the Golden Knights take this one. I'll say 6 games.
All right.
Yep.
T-Bone, who's taking it? And in how many games?
I mean, it's going to be Las Vegas, right? And I'm gonna say the sweep. They're going to do it in the sweep.
Why not? Why wouldn't you say the sweep? You know, you've been saying the sweep all night. Keep it consistent.
Sweep them up, finish it up, get it off the TV, let the new shows go. I mean, then again, there's not a lot of writers out there right now, so maybe they will go 7 games. Who knows?
Not a lot of writers, soon not to be a lot of actors. There's a lot going on. All right, I say this is going to be a 5-game series. I give it 5. I give it a gentleman's sweep in favor of the Golden Knights because you always bet on the house.
It's Las Vegas. The house is always going to win.
Yep.
The house is getting bigger, man. You see that they have now acquired the dear Lord, what was the team? I just forgot that fast.
The Oakland A's.
Yes, the Oakland soon to be Las Vegas Athletics.
No, wait. Now help me out there. Did the team confirm that they're moving, or did the team just agree to purchase the land?
It is a situation. It is a switch situation similar to how the Rams moved out of St. Louis. The owner simply said, "Hey, this is just a real estate deal. We're just weighing our options." But they bought a plot of land in a spot big enough for a stadium.
That's what I thought happened. I wanted to make sure the story.
Now, there is a little controversy around because the other owners have to agree to this. And so here's the nuance. If they move to Las Vegas, they're moving into a market that is really not that good for baseball. As far as revenue,
how do we know that?
Because of the numbers. There's better markets out in the country, better than the Las Vegas market. They won't draw as much money as other areas in the country, and the owners may not agree to the move because of that.
Which cities do you think would be better options?
I think they said so I think Nashville, and I believe the Carolinas.
Nashville would be absolutely terrible.
Well,
no, I'm not even trying to make fun when I say that. I'm just talking about Nashville's already got a huge traffic problem as it is.
That is very true.
In baseball to that would be absolutely terrible. And
I know the Carolinas is a top spot, but I mean, I'm going by what some of the baseball experts say about the market.
I said I remember hearing New Orleans, and I remember years ago when I went to New Orleans, I remember thinking like, why don't they have baseball here? Besides the fact that there's hurricanes and it rains, and you can.
Well, I know that Las Vegas is not the number one choice because of the revenue deal. Because if they move there, then they would basically have to partake in the revenue sharing. So they would have to get money from the other teams in order to, as far as their rosters, there's some technical things about their roster, how it's set up, and how the league is set up. But if they go to another team like Portland,
I was just about to say Portland. That's fine.
Yeah, that's another top area. They go somewhere like Portland, it's a better market, and they wouldn't have to do all of that. But I think the owner basically is not making any friends, because even before this move happened, I forget the owner's name of the baseball team, but Davis, the owner of the football team, the Raiders, they got into it over the stadium because the Raiders wanted to make it a football only facility,
right,
and build it up for football.
Mm-hmm.
But the owner of the baseball team blocked it at the very last minute, and it turned out to be the crap show that you see right now, and the Raiders moved.
And now the Raiders are like, "You're not following us to Vegas. Get out of here."
And that's why you see Davis. He's basically cursed out the owner. He's like, "He's an asshole."
I mean, I can see why they would want to block it, because if they want to make a football only stadium, I don't think that the A's have ever been a significant drawing baseball team as it is. So if you're sharing the stadium with another team, that's more cost effective for them as it was. And now they're in a situation where they have a pretty old stadium, don't they?
Yeah, but see, that's the deal. See, they basically forced them out, and then they didn't do anything to the stadium. They had a chance to do all of this grandiose stuff since they got their competitors out of there, and they didn't do nothing. Now they're moving.
Well,
and so Davis is like, man, what the heck, man?
I think the issue was that I don't think they particularly have liked being in Oakland for a while, right?
No team likes to be.
Well, what I'm saying is that's been a story for. I mean, we've been hearing stories about the A's having issues in Oakland for 15, 20 years now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Not just them. Every team look at the Warriors. They moved out in San Francisco.
Well, but my point here is, if you're the owner of the A's, you have a stadium right now as it is. You don't necessarily want to make this your permanent home. They wouldn't. It's realistic that they wouldn't make any upgrades or changes, because they're not trying to put money into something that they're not going to be using long term, right?
But then why block the Raiders from trying to do their thing?
Because I think what their logic was is that they were hoping that the Raiders wouldn't have moved, right?
Why wouldn't they move when the baseball team basically forced your hand and wouldn't allow you to make changes to the stadium?
Probably because they probably would have had to put some type of money in that too. It probably wouldn't have just been the Raiders doing it.
Yeah, especially since that was a shared space.
Yeah, you can't just
Raiders. I always want to call the man Al Davis. He's not Al Davis, but
dang, not Al Davis. No,
it's
don't
not
bring
Al
that
Davis.
great
But
Davis
Al Davis, before he passed, did have problems with the Oakland owner, the baseball team's owners, because of this very issue. But either way it goes, now they lose both teams after they wanted to do something with the stadium.
In fairness, though,
And,
I mean, look, if you're in Oakland, you're like not far away from the Giants. It's not even an hour drive. It's not even probably 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, actually, the Giants are one of the top revenue teams in the country.
That's my point, right? Like
Mark Davis, thank you.
Yeah, that's.
I also just want to clarify, we're talking about the San Francisco baseball Giants, just in case somebody was thinking,
yeah, the baseball
talking
Giants.
about New York. Nope, the baseball Giants.
No, they're cool sharing their space. They know rent's high in New York, New Jersey. You know.
Oh yeah. Now that's a 50-50 relationship right there.
You ain't going nowhere.
The Raiders and the Athletics, it was like, no, you pay for everything, but we reap the benefits.
I think the overall, the main idea here is it is not a slam dunk that they're moving to Vegas. There still is some possible contention that, of course, the owners are going to stay mum about it. But there are some rumors that, a lot of the owners wouldn't like this move because, financially, it's just like doesn't make sense to move there.
Well, not a good idea to buy a big plot of commercial land right now, because if they know what's coming in the next year, so it's gonna be
next month. But then, oh yeah, another thing about Vegas, you're
What
trying to
happens
play
in Vegas?
baseball. Another thing about Vegas, you're trying to play baseball in a city where one, in the summer where it's hot,
Well, they
and two, where tourists are going not for baseball. They're not going to watch a baseball game in the middle of the freaking desert at 100 degrees. They're going for Las Vegas, the games and the gambling and stuff. They're not going to see a baseball game.
Now,
in all honesty, it looks like Las Vegas is turning into a city for all. That's money. We've got it for the sports fans. We've got it for the family people. We got it for the people trying to get away from their family.
It works for hockey because it's a winter sport.
Nadal, let me just say, I can tell you a couple reasons why I slightly disagree with your point. Although I agree overall that people aren't going to Vegas for baseball, but there's two things about it. One, likely if they're building it out in Vegas, it's going to be a place with a dome with a lid, right?
Not from the renderings I saw.
It'll be a retractable lid. If anything, they're not going to.
It's
175 degrees out.
Go look at the renderings.
Well, that just may be.
I wish you could pull it up, Mr. Producer. Look at the renderings of the baseball team.
But let me explain.
Tell me where the shade is.
But let me explain why you might be a little wrong also, because one of the things that you can do in Vegas freely is bet on games in casinos.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
Well,
see?
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
That looks hot. That does not appease me.
I don't. That just may be a temporary thing. They may not have the full. But okay, here's my point though. So you got a lot of people who will go out there for gambling and stuff like that. But most baseball games are played in the morning out there, or their time, morning, afternoon. That does have a.
Oh no, that's closed in. That's closed in.
No, that's the back side of it. The front side is open.
Bro, I'm telling you,
that's gotta close.
That's just the shade over the. That's just the shade over the most of the. Yeah, that's the shade over most of the stands.
I hear you.
The outfield is open.
Well, for now it is. I seriously don't think that they'd be playing football or baseball out in the out in the heat, because it gets way too hot, especially when some of those games will be played. So they may make some. That just may be what it looks like now. They may make some adjustments as it goes along, right? Maybe
no.
Maybe give away.
Maybe
everything.
so. Maybe.
Oh no! It's a partially retractable roof. So yeah, part of it retracts.
Yeah,
for now.
So I feel like it's
thank you.
I feel like right there, that opening is the retractable part. Everything else I feel like is solid. Right? Yep, I'm looking at the same thing.
It stops right there in the middle where you see it.
I feel like that's the retractable part. I feel like it's gonna go like a circular thing, like it's gonna revolve around.
Oh, you think it's gonna go all the way over the outfield? You think that?
I feel like it's gonna be like both halves of the dome are going to be on one side when it's open, and then the top part is going to close around to shut it in. I feel like that's what they'll do with it.
Well, they did do something. It's because it's the desert.
Yeah, because
it's going to be positioned. It's going to be positioned so the sun doesn't hit the field during the peak of the day.
Oh, they thought about this. See, they took it all into consideration.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they'd have to think that through. So, because what you would think is the attraction there would be, hey, it's hot. If you got a family, okay, well, we don't want to take them in the casino at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Hey, let's go catch a baseball game. The kids can be happy, and then we'll go do this, do our stuff.
That's not sustainable over 100 and some odd games. You can't bank on that. And
how many games do they play hockey?
It's in the wintertime. It's a wintertime sport. So there's nothing, there's nobody, there's nowhere to really go.
What are you talking about?
It's a wintertime sport. It's not as cold. They're not as hot, rather.
So wouldn't that mean that they wouldn't need to be inside?
I mean, it's hockey.
Yeah,
but no. Yep. My point is if you're a tourist and you go to Vegas, you're making the argument that because it's a winter sport, it's not that hot. Yeah, if it's not that hot, then if I'm a tourist, I don't have to be inside doing something. I could do something outside, right?
But you're still outside. You're still outside.
The hockey
in the game. No,
the
not
hockey
in
arena
the
is
hockey. No, you're inside.
So that's my point.
Right.
Like,
right. It's inside. It's indoors, and it's in the wintertime.
But again, if it's in the winter,
it's not during travel season like in the summer.
A lot of people go to Vegas in the winter because it's not as hot.
Mm-hmm. Cold. And it's not cold like other places. That's what I meant to say. I don't know why I said the word cold.
But my point is, it's not as hot as it would be in the summertime. So people will go there in the wintertime for that.
Okay.
Just saying. All I'm saying is that I could see why it's, again, summertime, you take your family to Vegas. It makes it more palatable to say, hey, there's more things that we can do than just coming out here and gambling. We can take the family to do this during the day, see a show on the opposite night or something like that.
It's a reach, and I said the experts say it's not a good spot for baseball.
Just because they don't want to go to Vegas and they don't want gambling. That's all it is.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
They don't want gambling. They don't want gambling in baseball. Get it out of here.
Well, it's already here.
It's already here.
We're also here.
Can't stop
Why
it.
don't we dive into these MLB standings? Let's see what this season is looking
Do we
like
have
so far.
to?
It's still young.
Do we have to? Really?
Do we have to? Yes, we do. Because yes, we do. And if you don't want to do it, I'll do the NL.
Thank you. Yes. The producer says move on. Let's move on.
We're better than the Cubs. That's all that matters. All right.
Yes, that we are. For now.
That's all I wanted to say. All I wanted to say is don't
until our pitching collapses in the seventh inning.
Hey! Don't do that.
Because our bullpen is shot.
Mr. Producer with the sound effect.
Pow.
Pow. There it is. All right. So I'm driving blind here. I'm just gonna go ahead and
You missed it. You missed it.
Who got somebody? Someone please call 911.
What we got next, man?
Man, I'm just gonna hop into it. Let's talk about these Cardinals. You already spoke about it. We have pitching woes. We got swinging woes. We can win a lot, but then we start having losing woes. I can't remember.
We got one, Stanton. We got coaching woes as well. Yes.
Our producer would disagree with you.
Man, well,
with our successful, we've been okay.
Mr.
With the exception of this last series.
Mr. Shuffle the lineup every other night.
That's what y'all want. Well, wait a minute. If we could go back to 2 or 3 years ago with Mike Matheny, that is exactly what you were advocating for before. Hey, just change it up. Change it up. They're not producing. Just put different people.
Not every other night, T-Bone.
I feel like what Sadal is saying is he's getting the switch up. I can see what Sadal is saying. We're not giving the switch up a chance. It's like, oh, this didn't work. Okay, maybe this wasn't just an off night. Nope, this is just a trash lineup. Let's switch it again. He's hitting shuffles on his playlist as he drives the 81.
And then the management of the bullpen is horrible, man. And really, to his credit, to the coach's credit, there really ain't nothing to put out there in to begin with, because we ain't really got nothing to work with to put out there. Uh-oh.
Thank you. Monty Williams, former coach of the Phoenix Suns, has agreed to a 6-year, $72 million deal to become the coach of the Detroit Basketball Pistons.
This is 2023, not 2003. The Pistons ain't mattered since then. Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
my Detroit friends out there. And hope y'all all listen to that. That's just Pistons ain't nothing.
That breaking news fell flatter than soda sitting out in Las Vegas heat.
Now, when Monty Williams goes and does a complete 180 of that Detroit franchise. I want to remember this moment right here. No, this is not a hot take. I learned my lesson 5 years ago. I'm just saying,
that you did.
Keep your ear to the soil.
Monty Williams. You act like he's Monty Brown and he gonna get the period.
Oh man.
There it is. I forgot about him, man.
All right, so Sadal, you have expressed your woes.
Yes.
What's got you flipping the bird? T-Bone, what do you have to say about this mid-flight team right here?
I was going to go to a game yesterday, and then I said, you know what? I saw what happened on Monday, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna do it. So,
You're not gonna be able to do it.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I'll just come back home. I'll wait a week or two till I go back out there.
I have a coworker who literally buys tickets only to the promotional item games, goes to get the item, maybe stays for an inning or two, then leaves.
There's an Albert Pujols jersey night on the 10th, isn't it?
I might cop a cheap little $25 ticket to get that jersey and be about my business.
$25, you go. Let me tell you, there's some places you can go get a $6 seat. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on now. We'll talk after the show. But real quick,
Unless you add the Texas season, you pay after $25 though. So
yeah, pretty much.
Well, when it's not a lot of good to talk about, we don't like to dwell on the bad. All we can do is just sit here and hope for the best for our beloved second greatest baseball team.
Hope that Mozeliak has some kind of.
Let that hope go. Let that hope go. Let that hope go.
Oh.
Do you not remember you were the creator of the damn Fire Mozeliak train? You hopped off the train? You ain't on that train no more?
It's what we got right now. It's what we got. Because pretty much that's what we got, man. So we gotta do something.
All right. Well, you know what else we gotta do? We gotta wrap this show on up. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump to it. Idiots of the month. Now, T-Bone, I'm going to let you go first because you did not have the opportunity to bring up your idiot. I don't care how old it is. That's still a very idiotic thing. If you would like to speak on it.
Well, if you were with us at the start of the show, I pretty much told you as a character, Cody Rhodes is my idiot of the month, man. Come on, man. You got attacked from behind. You take off a sling. You couldn't have put a crowbar, a tire iron, nothing in there. Just gonna let Brock just come up and just beat you up a second time. Then you come out in the match. And you know what? Yeah, that's my idiot of the month as a character, not against the person.
Man, I will say, just for the month, not even the month, for the last weekend of May, it was a lot of characters taking hits, characters of the African American variety. You've got Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill took one, Cody Rhodes. Anyway, yeah, I know Cody Rhodes is like 15%. Anyway, yes. I was referring to a different wrestler that you enlightened us about after last month's show. Would you happen to remember that? It's in our show chat.
It's in the chat. Hold up now. Look, I'm looking.
I'm like, how can I say this subtly without being heard by everybody?
Right, man.
Hold on. Stall.
All right, while we're stalling, we want to remind you that next week we are taking a break, and you will catch us the week after next for another episode of the Platform Sports Talk Show. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Platform Sports Talk. Make sure you get us on them Twitters at 314 Sports Talk. You can follow us on Facebook at the Platform Sports Talk Show. And you can also tune in and catch us on Roku. That's right, we on your televisions. And Hot 365. We is on them internet waves in every which way. And when we go to the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. But more importantly, you click on that
bell
so that anytime we go live, whether it's with the platform sports talk show, whether it's with Ladies Night or whether it's with
this idiot. Sorry.
Then whether it's with the man. Anytime we go live, let them know, Sadar.
You will be notified. Like T-Bone was notified of that idiot.
That notification will be that bold. It'll wake you up out your sleep to let you know that it's time to watch. That is correct. There will be no Ladies Night next week, Miss Williams. I almost called her Miss Alice. Lord Jesus. Miss Dub, we will be on vacation next week. But back to T-Bone with his idiot of the month.
I'm just looking here at the clip again. Yep. Hold up. I'm just.
Was that Jim Ross?
Oh! What's that? It's going to. No, he's on fire. Oh no! Oh no! Somebody help him! We need help! Holy fuck!
Oh my word! This idiot is why it is embarrassing sometimes to tell people that I have been a professional wrestler. This idiot goes and wants to be hardcore, and he wants to be crazy, and he wants to do all this violent stuff. And this fool went and took like a torch of some sort and tried to blow it towards an opponent, because you gotta have fire in wrestling, right? Because that's what wrestlers do. Wrestlers just set stuff on fire. We're the fireman. Fire for fireman. Anyway.
Wait a minute.
This fool. This fool went and sprayed some type of fire-ish device, and apparently he had lighter fluid or something on himself because he caught himself on fire. Fire! Okay?
And not like the good old NBA video game.
No, it wasn't on his shoes. It was on his body. It was on his shirt. And like idiots like this, it's not even just that he makes a bad name for wrestlers. It's his name is Masada. It says it on his shirt because that was before he set himself on fire. But like let me help explain. It would be like, you know, like this type of guy here, like doing that type of stuff is what causes one, wrestling to get banned in places because people see the stupid stuff and don't realize the quality, like of HBCW, which will actually not be returning this year. It's been preempted this year and probably for the next 4 years. But
Miss Williams got jokes.
Yeah, he should have been.
Oh,
but he sets himself. He sets himself on fire, and then they gotta put this guy out. It's a whole thing, and like, I don't like stupid stuff. I don't like people, you know, again, am I a full-time wrestler? No. Will I ever be? Absolutely not. And not especially at this stage in life. But like, you know, there's a reason why the WWE was the only company for so long. And now you have AEW, which not much better. But, you know,
exploding super kicks.
But there's a reason why the WWE is the only company that gets a lot of recognition. It's because people on lower levels do stupid stuff like this, and it's hard to grow an audience and get the confidence of these businesses around that you'd have to work with for people to even want to invest in you. So, you know, like stuff like that, I hate when people do stuff like that. And he set himself on fire, and I hope that, you know, I hope he learned his lesson the hard way or the hot way, whatever you want to call it. It was a hot one that day. Okay.
So you're saying, T-Bone, that he thought this was the NBA Jam Wrestling Edition, and he's on fire too literally.
Was this a singles match?
I don't know, because I'm not watching it. I don't watch that stuff.
You know, in his defense, he might have been trying to go for a hot tag. All right. Sadal, do you have an idiot of the month?
All righty. I thought I gave you all a clue as to who I have my idiot of the month. And we have none other than longtime play-by-play announcer for the Giants, I believe. His name is Glenn Kuiper. Oh,
Athletics, for the Athletics.
My bad.
Yes.
I don't want to insult
Yes.
the Giants organization. I am sorry about that. It is the team across the water there.
I believe we have a clip.
Yes, we do have a clip of what he did.
What did he do?
Well, I'm going to set it up for you before we roll the clip. Now, him and his play-by-play partner, they traveled to Kansas City to call the game. But while in Kansas City, they visited the National Negro League Baseball Museum.
That is
and
what that's at. Yeah.
They had some. They went to a local restaurant and ate some barbecue, and Kuiper tried to explain or attempted to explain what they did while they were in Kansas City, and something didn't quite go right. We could play.
We had a phenomenal day today. Negro League Museum and Arthur Bryant's barbecue.
I didn't quite hear what just happened.
We
play it again.
We had a phenomenal day today. Negro League Museum and Arthur Bryant's barbecue.
Slip of the tongue? Perhaps. And we lost T-Bone.
I'm so like, what the hell? I'm putting out APB for
that slip of the tongue. Yeah, we lost him.
Had grand consequences. Yes, it did.
Yeah, it had consequences. Well, he later apologized, but to no avail. Oh, yes, here we go. Yes.
Yes.
We had a phenomenal day today. Negro League Museum and Arthur Bryant's barbecue.
Now, the Negro League Baseball Museum had a statement. He says, hey, in a nutshell, I don't know it word for word, but basically they said, hey, accidents happen. Only God knows it's hard. Unfortunate, but they forgive him. But that forgiveness did not save his job. He was eventually fired. And rightfully so. Freudian slip, perhaps, but that was one heck of a slip, boy. I'll tell you that. So for that, you the idiot of the month in my book.
Oh man! All right.
We had a phenomenal day today. Negro League Museum and Arthur Bryant's barbecue.
Idiot of the
idiot
day, week, month, year.
Yes, T-Von. I think we talked about this, and I said, I'll even say it could have been a slip. But the thing is, just like when you're driving, right? You drive, you go down some roads, you may go down 35, 45, 50, you hop on the highway, you go 60 miles an hour. But when you get to that school zone, what's the speed limit of a school zone? 20. You got to slow down because there's no reason. There's no reason because you can't have a school zone. You can't just be like, oh, I was going 30 and I hit the kid. You can't do that, right?
You can't do it.
Wait a minute.
Last time I checked, you can't.
When you get into words like that, words that are just, it says Negro, right? It's
Negro.
Now, listen, people can stumble over the words, but you want to make sure that you set, just a pro tip. If you are getting to words that can be suspect or messed up, confused for other words, or if you speed through, you hit a speed bump, and we just advise, just slow it down. Just slow down your words.
Take your time.
When you slow it down, you can speak with a thing called clarity. Speak clear. Speak clearly. The rain will be gone. And then you don't have to worry about getting fired from your job because you didn't know to slow down. And you said, hey, what'd he say again?
We had a phenomenal day today. Negro League Museum and Arthur Bryant's barbecue.
He did it again. It's like one of those movies where you know what's going to happen and you just, can't believe it happened again.
Stop it. Get some help.
There was no time.
There was no time.
He was going nowhere fast.
He's going too fast.
Pauses.
He was going 80 miles in a 30-mile zone, and his brake line just got cut.
Hey,
let
me show you exactly what should have happened here. Can we play that one more time?
We had a phenomenal day today. Negro League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
See that alarm that was going off? There was an alarm that should have been going off saying, hey, stop, pull over. Your words too fast. Pull over, those words too fast. Pull over, those words too fast. Pull up. Oh, sorry.
Pronounce your words.
Brush your teeth.
I feel like when you get to that word, you just need to slow all the way down. We went to the National Negro Baseball Museum. Like, you gotta slow it all the way down. Pronounce every letter. Like, no, this isn't trying to be funny. This is called trying to save your ass. All right, slow down. Bring it. You're moving at an 80. Bring it to a 5. Just slow all the way down. Act like you're driving through a park, 5 miles an hour. That's it. And maybe, like T-Bone said, maybe you'd still have a job. Okay. Anybody else got any idiots? No? Is it my turn?
It's your turn, buddy.
Oh, it's my turn? Okay. My idiot of the day, week, month, and year goes to Demetrius Jamel Morant. Yes, because when you do dumb stuff, you got to get your whole government said, because that's how it's going to show up in the legal documents. Now, if we remember at some point in the now previous regular season, there was a young player by the name of Ja Morant in the club flashing a weapon. Now, I know a lot of people were quick to say, hey, ease up on him. You don't know what he's dealing with. You don't know what he's going through off the court. This might just be a way of acting out. So he gets his suspension that I don't even believe he served the full term for. And then he's back on the court being this positive role model. His shoe line just debuted. He made the All-Star game. His team is doing well. And then they come up against the Los Angeles Lakers and lose in 6 games. And, well, that doesn't sit well with young Demetrius. So he then proceeds to hang out with his friends. Now, I don't know if we have the full clip. Ja. Oh, I'm sorry. Like I said earlier, he was shooting at the wrong thing at the wrong time. So he's on live with his friends, right? Now we see him before this incident happens. He's smiling. More importantly, he's gun free. Yep, I'm gonna say it. He pulled a gun again. Ja, at this point, not even thinking about the clauses in your contract, not thinking about the multiple endorsements that you have earned over a short time. It's the fact that you just did this, and you came out with this statement that was very flawed when he read it. I don't know if we ever spoke about the statement that he read, but oh, yes, we did. That was I'm reading off of the paper. So you take that paper statement, and now here we are again, pulling a firearm on Instagram Live. Instagram Live has been this man's downfall for the past 4 months. And it's very unfortunate to see. The first time we can realize, okay, you take responsibility for your actions and you know you were wrong. The second time we cannot be as forgiving. Now, I'm not saying that you throw the entire book at this man NBA wise, but you got to hit him where it hurts. And where does it hurt? It hurts in money. He already is not eligible for a max contract because he didn't make the All NBA team, the first team, or whichever team was necessary. And now you have your fresh endorsements. You have your Powerade endorsement. You've got your Nike endorsement. And Nike here, as we know, this season is quick to cut you at the slightest inconvenience. However, I don't think his contract has been cut. That's another story for another time. We're not going to get into that.
Did he pick up another one with Smith & Wesson or pick up another?
I mean, is that the endorsement he's going for? Is he trying
Glock?
to break the NRA code? Glock, Sig Sauer, who else? Taurus.
I would like to point out that I guarantee none of the NBA announcers, listen, I mean, I pop for it if they did, but when he gets back on the court,
you just
pop for it too.
Listen, if he comes out on the court and has a good game in the first quarter, I know it would be interesting if one of those announcers said, and he comes out with guns a-blazing.
He's shooting well from the field.
It's going to be the same commentator who was making the 21 reference for Joel Embiid, saying, 21, can you do something for me? I can't remember his name.
He must have been at target practice.
But he's giving me good old Gus Johnson for it's the return of Gus. We remember Gus.
Oh yeah.
When we thought running from the cop speed was bad. Oh, wait until next year. Wait until next year. John Morant, guns blazing. Then we come back from the commercial. We apologize for the comments made by our colleague.
At least he did say what Glenn Kuiper said. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
But
we had a phenomenal day today. Nigger League Museum and Arthur Bryant's Barbecue.
In case you forgot what he said.
And this guy. I just feel like, yes, everyone is holding him to this high standpoint. I wouldn't even say from a role model standpoint. The contract, you have a morality clause in your contracts. This goes against the morale of the team and all those represented. Do you see how quick they are to cut players? Ja, do you think that you are more untouchable than Kyrie Irving? Yeah, I said it.
Do you think people are upset about that? Or do you think people are just upset about the fact of, yo, you make how much money and you still want to do this? Like, that's what's the most outrageous part. It's like, bro, like, everybody can understand if you're making, $12 an hour and you had a job and you don't like the rules that job is doing and you're not happy there. Everybody's going to understand, yeah, your job probably sucks. I could understand, you go to your local drive-through restaurant, you're like, man, I ain't even going to get mad because been there, done that. When you an NBA player and you making that much money and you doing something that what percentage of the population at a given time does? Not even 1%, 0.5% of the people do. People just gonna look at you like, yo, you stupid.
You a new fool.
Yeah, no, they gonna look at him like Tommy looking at Cole. Cole, you stupid.
You stupid.
Man, well, those are the idiots. This has been a great show.
This has been a funny show, man. I don't know, man.
Funny as hell. We got sound clips today. All right.
Don't bring up clips again because the producer might get antsy again.
I just hope he doesn't shoot off from the hip.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Ja.
Oh Lord.
Demetrius. Like you gotta. You playing with guns in the house again, boy? Didn't I tell you? Wait, what's
I told
that
you to
movie?
go holler at Plexico.
The movie Andre 2000 was in. He was like, you already know. I already know. I already know. Don't give me a gun. You know what I'm gonna do.
Listen, he better not come to St. Louis and then hear Nina pop bang 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 with me.
It's gonna be a parade inside the city. Yeah.
Bang bang, I shot you down. Bang bang.
Welcome to St. Louis's favorite game to play, flat tires or flat lines. Okay, nope, we're gonna go.
Okay,
Ooh,
we gotta
and
wrap this up.
on
quick.
that note, we're gonna get out of here. On behalf of T-Bone Funk, on behalf of Sadal the Selector, he's gonna be Sadal the Selector this Friday too. Come see us at Lyrical Therapy, 2600 North 14th Street, 9 p.m. We starting at 9. It's Lyrical Therapy After Dark.
I'm free this Friday.
Come on down, T-Bone. Smooth, you ain't doing nothing. Bring your lady. Unless you are doing something, then say you sick and bring your lady. I am the Black Green Goblin, also known as Stanton. This has been the Man Cave. Keep in mind, there will be no presentation of the Platform Sports Talk Show next week. See us the week after next. And we out. Play my music. And of course, they mentioned something